with Angela Yee. Happy Monday. I am back, baby. I was in South Beach at the Sobe Wine and Food Festival over the weekend. Had a great time. Ate a lot. Feeling heavy. You know how you feel heavy? Like you walk in and you like, I just feel heavy. So I got a juice this morning. But Ralo is going to be joining us today. He has a new book. It's part of a trilogy. It's called Chosen. And he also has his project out called Chosen as well. So you can listen to the music to go along with the memoir. And of course, we're going to start the show off with some love, with some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. I'm going to shine a light on a child prodigy. He doesn't consider himself a prodigy, but we'll tell you what he did that's so special. It's way up.
You know, I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time to shine a light. And today, I want to shine a light on a 17-year-old graduating senior at West Orange High School. That would be Seale Nagasi. He got a perfect score on the SATs. Y'all remember the SATs? I got nowhere near a perfect score. Now, the first time he took it, he got like a 1530. That's almost perfect. But then he said, you know what? I can do better. Took it again and ended up getting a perfect 1600 score. He also played 2 sports during his 4 years at West Orange High School. He served as president of 2 clubs, and he also excelled in multiple advanced placement classes. He also was named a candidate for the U.S. Presidential Scholars Program, which recognizes the nation's most accomplished high school seniors. So congratulations to him for that. Imagine all these classes, all these extracurricular activities, and somehow still getting a 1600 on his SATs. He said it was all about preparation. Now, Nagasi was born in New York City, but moved to West Orange, New Jersey, and was raised there. So shout out to him and to his parents for preparing him for all of that. All right, Tanya, who do you want to shine a light on?
I just wanted to shine a light on neighbor. Her name is Asia Taylor. Mm-hmm. She passed away a couple weeks ago. Ooh. She was just a great neighbor, always giving womanly advice. She actually was taking care of her 2 mentally disabled brothers since she was 20. So she was just a stand-up woman, a real woman. She's really going to be missed. She had a lot of family that loved her. I really just wanted to just give, shine a light on her.
Asia Taylor, she sounds like an amazing, beautiful person. So shout out to her family, to you, to all her friends. Thank you so much for calling. That was
a positive. Bye, guys.
That's how we should all want to be remembered too, just like that. All right, well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you could leave a message for last word. And when we come back, let's talk about Neo. He's been openly flaunting his relationships with multiple women. And one person is not too happy about it. We'll tell you what one of his exes had to say. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to him.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for your Yee tea. Let's get it started with Neo and his ex, Sade Banyari. She is one of the mothers of his children, and she does not like the fact that her children are exposed to his polygamous lifestyle. Here's what Neo had to say when he was on with Ricky Smiley.
Your kids have questions about your relationship?
Of course they do, and I answer them. Again, I'm not lying to nobody, not even my children. Hey, this is daddy's girlfriend, and so is that, and so is that, and so is that.
You got no problem.
She gonna make you some cereal, and she gonna cook lunch, and she gonna wash your clothes.
Come on,
it's all
man.
good. And it's family, it's community. That's what it's about.
Sade then took to social media and said, and didn't I tell your corny not to have that ish going on in front of my kids? I already warned you, I'm not playing about my kids. And poly relationships aren't 5+ girlfriends that party with you every night so you can pick up more girls to hook up with. That is what you call an open relationship. She also called him, you're a wanna boyfriend pimp. And she said, stop disrespecting poly. There is nothing exclusive about what you got going on, weirdo. So she really also set him straight on what it means to be polygamous. Because what he's doing, she's saying, is just basically an open relationship. Now, another person who was not in an open relationship but acted like he was, apparently Steve Smith, former All-Pro receiver Steve Smith Sr., he's been accused of having an affair. Now, these posts have since been deleted on X, but an account belonging to a man named Tony Martinez says that Steve Smith Sr. had been having sex with his wife. He also posted some receipts from what he says went down. They are so explicit that I really can't read them to you guys right here, but I can see why he would be mad, because it looks like Steve Smith Smith was really putting it down on this man's wife, Nicole Martinez. He also posted a video where he is confronting Steve Smith on the phone, and Smith is saying sorry repeatedly. Listen to this.
Yo, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you been f***ing my wife, bro.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You f***ing knew she was married. Why are you quiet, man? Be a f***ing man.
There's also picture evidence. All right. Well, he said he's obviously going to be leaving his wife after that, but I guess he was really hurt about it and has since deleted those posts. He also said, my wife works for the Marching Ravens. She met Steve Smith Sr. at work. Steve Smith has been effing my wife. I got receipts. I got a lot more, homie. Eek. Well, I don't know what's going to happen to Steve Smith with his home or what's really ultimately going to happen with Tony Martinez, but this definitely got messy. All right, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I'll tell you what I did. You okay, Dan? My producer, Dan, will tell you what he did that has him not feeling so good today. It's way up.
About last night. Here's how it went down.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here today on a Monday, fresh off of the Sobe Wine and Food Festival. This is About Last Night. I had a great time. Shout out to everybody that was out there partying with me. I hosted the cookout with Chef JJ. This has been an ongoing thing. He does it in New York City and he does it in Miami for the Wine and Food Festival. Honestly, such a great time. Shout out to everybody that was celebrating with us, all of the chefs that came out. We got a chance to test a whole lot of different food. When I tell you this is definitely the marquee go-to event for the Wine and Food Festival, y'all missed out. But next year, y'all got to come out. I'm telling you, it's so much fun. We did go to a pizza and ping pong party as well. It was food everywhere and amazing food. Now, speaking of food, Dan, how was your weekend?
It was actually great. It was my fiance's bridal shower yesterday, so that was amazing. Mm-hmm. Everything went perfectly. But I don't know, something's up in my stomach. I'm in danger.
So you were at the bridal shower?
Well, I show up at the end with like a bouquet of flowers, you know. Yeah.
She had a good time.
She had a great time.
Y'all are not playing about this, but you guys have had like multiple festivities.
It's definitely a lot, but she is Pakistani, so there's a lot of cultural events that we've been doing, as well as the standard American events like a bridal shower. So yeah, stuff like that.
But you've been in here today in pain.
Oh yeah, my stomach's doing backflips.
What did you have?
I don't know. I ate a regular diet, but I'm not okay.
Something is anybody else sick? Because you know that's the first thing you check.
I know. Is it a bug? I hope not. Let me know.
All right. So you've been having is it liquidy or what's going on? All right.
And enough about me. You were on this really cool panel with like Keith Lee. Who else was on it?
Oh yeah, that was the FoodieCon. The Viral Factor is basically these creators in the food business who go viral, like a Keith Lee. He's always going viral. Kimmy's Creation, Logan's Feud, Cooking with Kian, and Susie Vidal. So all of them have millions of followers on social media, and they give you like some hacks. Cooking with Kian, he's only 15 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he has like millions and millions of followers that watch him cook at home. So, but it's interesting to hear like some people don't put their family and private life on there. Some people incorporate that. Keith Lee was saying the only thing that bothers him is when people talk about his family. I feel like his fame, it's great because he's been able to help a lot of businesses.
Right. He does food reviews.
Yeah, he does food reviews. Yeah. But then I feel like a lot of people overly like criticize everything that he does and his intentions.
And he didn't like the food out in London. He just got a ton of backlash from like all of England.
Yeah, he talked about that too on the panel.
You brought it up?
Yeah, of course I did.
What'd he say?
It just happened. We were laughing about it. But you know, he was talking about what it is that they ate it was nasty to him.
Beans and toast.
Yeah, it was nasty. I mean, sometimes that's a cultural thing too. So, somebody asked me a question, what would I never eat? And I said chitlings. But some people eat that. All right. That is About Last Night. And when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. You heard one just now. Dan has been in and out of the bathroom. And we want to hear your secret. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Any secret that you have, how can we possibly judge? There is no way that this team up here can judge you. 800-292-5150. You're anonymous. Tell us a secret. It's Way Up.
Way up. Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and the number is 800-292-5150. It's time for you guys to tell us a secret. What's up, anonymous caller? Tell us your secret.
I just slept with my baby daddy, and I just put a restraining order on him 2 months ago.
So he had a restraining order, but clearly he broke that, and then you guys slept together?
Yeah, we both broke it.
So now what?
It's just gonna be that. We're not getting back together.
It's just gonna be that. So what do you think? No more restraining? Why did you get a restraining order in the first place?
Because we've been through a lot in 2 years, and we got a son together, and he came and busted my house window out.
Oof. So nobody knows about this? Like, you don't want to tell your friends because you're embarrassed?
No, I'm not even embarrassed about it. I just don't want nobody to know.
All right, girl. Well, at least you know what it is. Be safe out there.
I do. You too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. Of course, that was Tell Us a Secret. Thank you guys for always sharing and trusting us. We love and trust you guys as well. Not all of you. But anyway, 800-292-5150. If you couldn't get through, you can still leave a message that way. And when we come back, we have more Yee tea for you. Imagine finding out that you no longer have a job from the media, not even from your job or from your boss. We'll tell you what happened with Joy Ann Reid behind the scenes. It's Way Up.
Well, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for your Yee tea. So Joy Ann Reid, her show has been canceled from the MSNBC lineup, as well as Alex Wagner's show. Now, MSNBC does have a new president after Rashida Jones has stepped down and left. But the network is facing significant business challenges. More of the viewers are going somewhere else, and they're about to shed approximately 10.5% of their subscribers between the end of 2023 and the end of 2025. But I think the worst part of all of this is that her getting let go from MSNBC was leaked to the press before her staff was even notified. So then they had to call an impromptu meeting, and there was just a lot of emotions, as there should be. And that's how staffers found out that they no longer would have a job. However, the new president said that she hoped the staff would produce the 7 p.m. rotation until the changes take effect in April. According to the president, changes are based on data analysis and programming strategy to best position MSNBC for the year ahead. I feel like Joy Ann Reid is going to definitely land somewhere else, though, because she's so well versed in what it is that she does. And I saw people also posting, how can you support her during this time? Just make sure you follow her. Make sure you watch her last show, which is actually going to be on today. And recently, Chris Gotti Lorenzo, who's Irv Gotti's older brother, did an interview on the Two-Way podcast, and he talked about his brother's health. Now, here's what he had to say about Irv not going to the doctor and not getting diagnosed in time, but also not really taking his health as seriously as he could have.
Irv doesn't go to the doctor, so that's why he's so late being diagnosed. And then when he finally did go get a real physical, he's like, you're diabetic, and he didn't believe it. He did go on his terms. He just didn't believe it, and he was like, I'm going to go the way basically I wanted. He ate a bunch of Chinese food while playing poker and had a massive hemorrhagic stroke, which is bleeding on the brain.
The name of the podcast is Remembering Irv Gotti Lorenzo, Fighting Diabetes and Stroke Awareness. And also Damon Dash and the host Mark Halperin were there too. You know, that's something we talk about all the time, is taking care of your health and taking care of yourself. And hopefully things like this are also a wake-up call for other people. And Diddy's legal team is attacking these search warrants that federal agents obtained to raid his homes. According to his lawyers, they asked the judge to suppress all of the evidence obtained in these searches because they say the government presented a grossly distorted picture of the facts. Diddy's team is saying the feds had evidence that would prove at least one alleged victim willingly participated in the freak-offs, and that the statements the federal government compiled were intentionally misleading, and that their attempts worked and they were able to secure warrants before leaking damaging information. Interesting, because Diddy's team is definitely getting ahead of all of this and making moves that we wouldn't even have anticipated. So we'll keep you guys up to date on all of this coverage. That is your Yee tea. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar, but you need to know about them anyway. It's Way Up.
The news, I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it is time for Under the Radar, the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines, but you need to know about them. Now, South Carolina death row inmate has decided that he wants to die by firing squad, which I can't even believe that they still do this. This is a method that's legal, but it's viewed as inhumane. Personally, killing anybody is inhumane, I guess, unless you're in self-defense. But Brad Sigmund is 67 years old. He's scheduled to be executed on March 7th. He was convicted in 2001 of killing his ex-girlfriend's parents at their home. Also held his ex-girlfriend at gunpoint and attempted to kidnap her, but she escaped. The reason why he did not choose electrocution, according to his attorney, is because it would burn and cook him alive. If he chose lethal injection, the risk of prolonged death that was suffered by all three of the men South Carolina has executed since September. These men that he knew and cared about, who remained alive, strapped to a gurney for more than 20 minutes. He felt like that would be too much suffering. So since 1976, there's only been 3 executions by firing squad, and they all occurred in Utah. And if it's carried out, this will be the first time in over 15 years that a U.S. inmate will be shot to death as an execution method. All right, and the Philadelphia Eagles have decided not to go to the White House. We're not surprised about this. Back in 2018, they actually got uninvited to the White House. Donald Trump said back then, because all of the team wouldn't be going, he said the Philadelphia Eagles are unable to come to the White House with their full team to be celebrated tomorrow. They disagree with their president because he insists they proudly stand for the national anthem. But he said he was uninviting the Eagles. So now the Eagles are saying we're not going. And I see some MAGA people furious and up in arms, while other people are supportive of that decision. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. And when we come back, we have your Way Up mix on a Monday at the top of the hour. Plus, we got Ralo joining us. He has a new book out. It's called Chosen. It's part 1 of his trilogy. And it definitely talks about his childhood, how he got to where he is today, the time that he spent in prison. And he has a project out to go along with this. So you can listen to some music, you can read the memoir, but he has a fascinating story. It's Way Up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Time for your Yee T. I'm struggling today. My socks keep sliding under my shoes. You know, that is the worst feeling. But let's get into this. Wu-Tang Clan has announced their final tour. Shout out to them. It's been 33 years since Wu-Tang formed like Voltron. This tour is going to kick off June 6th in Baltimore, and it's going to end July 18th in Philadelphia with Run the Jewels, by the way. I feel like this isn't really going to be it. I feel like they'll end up doing more shows because Wu-Tang is one of those classic, it's like a classic group that no matter what, they can always come back together. They did the Vegas residency. All right, another thing that happened, NAACP Image Awards just went down on Saturday. It was a great show hosted by Dion Cole. Shout out to him. One thing that happened was that Dave Chappelle got the President's Award. And of course, in true Dave Chappelle style, he gave us a very informative yet funny speech. Here it is.
I won a lot of awards recently, but this one tonight is probably the most special award I've ever gotten because it's from this institution that represents these people, us. Man, tonight I feel invigorated because all my Netflix checks cleared. I don't know anybody, any work. Right now, every time you see me, just know I'm only up there because I want to be right up there.
I know that's right. That's a good feeling. I don't have to pay any of these bills. And I will say, there's Netflix Chappelle Show throwbacks. I've been watching. I've been watching it, so glad the check's cleared. Because I would hate to have to not be able to watch it anymore. Also, the Wayans family were inducted into the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame. Now, one person that was not there was Keenan Ivory Wayans. A lot of people were like, where's Keenan? What's going on with him? And they paid homage to him throughout. The whole family did. He also, by the way, directed and co-wrote Scary Movie, which became the 3rd highest grossing film directed by an African American, according to IMDb. So here is Marlon Wayans talking about his big brother, Keenan Ivory Wayans.
My brother Keenan raised us all like Jedis. He'd fly us out to California. It was the 80s. He was going to a club. And back in the 80s, he didn't wear underwear because you knew you was getting laid, so he just had jeans on. And he would tell us, I want you to watch these movies, and I want you to tell me what you thought was funny when I come back. He'd go to the club, come back with a pretty girl. You know, we'd tell him the ideas, and he'd go, how would you make them better?
All right. It was a beautiful, beautiful speech. And it was nice to see the Wayans family there honored. And shout out to my girl, Shantae Wayans, who was in the building, too. The youngest in charge. All right. Now, let's talk about Roberta Flack. This is breaking news.
Breaking news.
According to her rep, she has unfortunately passed. She was 88 years old, and she was diagnosed with ALS, according to her rep, back in 2022. We, of course, know Roberta Flack hit songs. I actually was going down a Roberta Flack rabbit hole once I saw this news, and she has some classic songs. I'm about to do like a Roberta Flack mix on my in my streaming services, like Feel Like Making Love. Where is the Love with Donny Hathaway? Where is the love? The Closer I Get to You. Tonight I Celebrate My Love. The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. But of course, Killing Me Softly, that was sampled by the Fugees. Definitely a smash hit to this day. Everybody knows this song. Let's play that right now in honor of Roberta Flack. It's Way Up.
I go. Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. You should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Any question you have, I'm here to help. And we got Stefan on the line. What's up, Stefan?
Hey, Angela Yee, how are you?
I'm good. What is your question for Ask Yee?
So, if my girlfriend went to lunch with another coworker, male coworker, but hid it from me, and then I brought it up to her, said, hey, no problem, just let me know when you guys go, but then kept hiding it from me, what should I think about that?
That's her work husband.
That's her work husband, right?
But, okay, so I just need a little more details. How did you find out?
Texts were getting deleted, and then that led into, she was like, oh, I left my wallet in his car.
Stefan, what is going on? You tell me, just being a logical person.
Everything leads to one answer, obviously.
And Stefan, it's also, let's just say, by some crazy out there, like that she's not doing anything. The fact that she's hiding things from you is equivalent to lying, right? Because you brought it up. You already let her know that it bothers you. Just let me know when this is happening. And she hasn't, and she continues to hide it from you. So that alone is enough to be a red flag. But then on top of that, why is she hiding it from you? What's her reason when she says she doesn't tell you?
When she says she doesn't tell me is, oh, I feel like you're going to tell me that it's not a big deal, but I think you're going to still make it a big deal in your mind. Like, you're still going to be mad about it.
Well, she's kind of made it a big deal. Because now it's a big deal because she's hiding it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, listen, I told you, just let me know. It's not a big deal. If your coworker, you could go to lunch. Like, you know, coworkers go to lunch all the time. It's normal. But the fact that even after I told you to tell me that you're still not telling me, that's the red flag, I feel like.
And Stefan, don't act like it's not a big deal, because it is. And that's why she's not telling you. But that's disrespectful. And I think a good rule of thumb in a relationship is if you're doing something that you know the other person wouldn't like or that you have to hide it from them, you shouldn't be doing it. It's not like it's a group setting, everyone's going, but she can't go. She's having one-on-one lunches that she's hiding from you with her coworker.
With a male coworker, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So you know what it is. And if she's not going to stop doing that, that's a choice that she makes. And then you have to figure out what you need to do, because now the ball's in your court. Clearly, she's been doing this. She's not stopping. You've told her it bothers you. She's still doing it. Now what are you going to do?
Yeah, the ball's in my court to make a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I appreciate it, Angela Yee.
All right, Stefan. Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, all right?
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
I feel like he's hurt. I'm sorry, Stefan, but we got to be real with ourselves at times. All right, well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through. And when we come back, Ralo, who is now an author, his memoir, Chosen, it's part 1 of a trilogy, is available. He's also got a soundtrack to go along with it that's also called Chosen. But he also has an amazing story. You'll find out what he was doing from the age of 5 years old that no kid should ever have to experience. It's Way Up.
This is Way Up with Angela Yee.
Let's go. Yeah. You are a media maven, right?
Ooh, you never know what Angie's gonna say.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with the chosen one. Ralo is here.
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm here with the queen.
I told you I read this book, Chosen, and you're very real in this book about there's one part in particular that really I think was very descriptive about what it's like to be there. You know, some people act like going to jail is not that big of a deal. You talk about the loneliness, knowing that life is moving while you're still inside of there.
I think that a man that don't give a damn about his children is fine being away from his children. A man that don't give a damn about his girl sleeping alone at night or even embracing her with a hug or a kiss in the morning or eating breakfast. I love my kids. Mm-hmm. I love my girl. I love my freedom. And then if you care about these things, then you wouldn't want to sacrifice losing those things.
Right. How long were you in solitary confinement?
Months. On several occasions. Like months. Anytime they feel like I got too much influence over the compound, or I'm bringing some contraband in through officers, which I did on countless occasions.
Well, you put contraband in through the officers?
Of course, I paid officers. You need something. You gotta have a phone. It was like at one time it wasn't not one phone inside Lovejoy facility, and I was like the one that broke the code. Like I paid the officer a whole lot of money to bring their phone in. Not saying that's a good thing to do, but that loneliness causes you to do different things. You want to talk on that phone. You want to be able to communicate with your people. I like going to sleep on the phone, my girl.
Right.
You smell me?
Right now, Ralo is here with me. We're talking about his memoir, Chosen. And let's flashback. And I know you've discussed this like the first time we actually kind of met on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
You know, you were there with Birdman. And I know you've talked about you had no idea this was going to happen when you came up with Birdman.
Right.
And I don't think Birdman had any idea that was going to happen either.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I feel like, because I do know people that have told me like he just came up there and I guess it just kind of snapped at that moment.
Right.
He had he was having a rough night or whatever. After that, what happened?
I took him to McDonald's. Birdman, at that time, he really ain't had no young blood around him. You know, I think him and Wayne and all his whole entourage was going through what they were going through. It was real hot at that moment. He had Hot Bizzle them. He had a couple older dudes with him that also suffered from the breakup, suffered from all the little stuff that was going on at that time. So he was just a little bit on edge. And when we went up there, whatever Birdman would have said, like, hey, let's do something. I think, I'm a young at that time. I'm ready to crash out, of course.
Did you feel like something was going to happen? Because I never at any moment felt like it's about to go down. I didn't feel that. I just felt like it was intense, but it wasn't about to turn physical.
I'm in that mother like, what the hell is going
yeah,
on?
We all were.
Like,
I was like, did something happen?
Like, he can't, out the gate, he walked in that mother, hey, stop playing. I'm like, okay, is we finna fight in this or what? Like,
I was hyped to do an interview. I've met him several times, spoken to him. I used to manage Jay Electronica, who's from New Orleans, and we have been communicating about, possibly him signing.
Right.
And then I also had hosted a mixtape for Chanel from Young Money, met him there, very pleasant. So I'm thinking we about to have a
good time.
Yeah, I'm thinking we about to have a great interview. Ralo is here, and he's been in the news a lot. There's been some allegations against him. Some people have accused him of snitching. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's Way Up.
Everybody listen. Yeah.
It's what y'all all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with, now he's an author. Ralo's in the building, author of Chosen. People say about you all the time, too. Where people were saying you snitched.
Right.
And it's funny that the story, when people make those accusations, goes viral, but the actual truth doesn't. You told on yourself, really, basically, and things that didn't have any.
So we went and now we tried to make a play. Them folks like, oh, you lying. It wasn't nothing else to say to them.
Right.
So I say, go ahead and put everything on me so I can go ahead. I hated all my partners being inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
You being inside them loves, or you hear, oh, Ralo ain't paid this person lawyer, this person lawyer. Federal lawyers automatically $20,000-$30,000. If you got 10 co-defendants, now you looking at $250,000. So I'm telling these people like, let me go ahead and put all the blame on me.
Right, so we don't got to pay all these lawyers.
Yeah, go ahead and get them out the way. I wouldn't give a damn if they go ahead and point at me or tell me. I'm taking the charge for us. You smell me? It's my anyway. I'm going to go down regardless. Ain't no sense of pulling everybody with me. Like, that's selfish. I keep telling them over and over, I had a motherfucker that I thought was going to work out in taking the charge for me.
Yeah.
What the else I'm supposed to do? It's an opportunity for me to pay my way out of this motherfucker. I'm going to try to do it.
Right now, Ralo is here with me. We're talking about his memoir, Chosen. And I do want to say, even talking to myself, that song that you had on there, that felt very emotional.
Right.
Like, you basically,
that's my favorite song on there.
That was very well done, because I think it really gives a glimpse into how you really feel about everything. Like, feeling like people have blackballed you, turned their backs on you, even addressing Boosie and young Scooter, and feeling like, look, still got love for you.
Exactly.
I know that's a hard thing to do too, because it felt like these is my people, and they kind of have publicly said things about me that like, why would you do that?
People just don't understand the federal law. The whole thing about doing any cooperation with the government is to get your time cut. You smell me? So if you perhaps have cooperated fully with these people, they give you a time cut, and it's called the 5K1. I don't give a damn what sentencing you go to, it's gonna be in there. Another way they can do it is it would have been a Rule 35. So after sentencing, it's called a Rule 35. Before sentencing, it's called a 5K1. These two things gonna be in your sentencing transcripts, no doubt about it. So if you want to know if a snitch or if a human being snitch, all you got to do is go look at their sentencing transcripts. It's gonna be in there.
Right.
You smell me? You can't hide these sentencing transcripts.
Well, listen, you guys, make sure you get the book Chosen. Make sure you listen to the project, and we'll be looking for parts 2 and part 3. I can't wait to see what happens.
We're gonna do it every year for my birthday, February the 12th next year, February the 12th the following year after that. But right now we finna start doing our pictures and stuff so we can start shooting our trailer, shooting our film or whatnot.
All right, love to see it. Well, thank you so much for coming up, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate hearing your story.
I appreciate you.
Always wishing you the best.
I'm glad we able to get together.
Yeah.
Cause I thought that damn Birdman described that.
Well, it wasn't on you, You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee, and when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, happy Monday. Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you to Ralo for coming through. His book, his memoir, Chosen, is out along with the soundtrack that goes along with it. You'll definitely enjoy it, as well as the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. Today I'm headed out to Atlanta. I have a couple of things happening there, but you'll find me at my friend's restaurant, The Grill, or at Toast on Lennox, or at Toast Noir. So definitely look forward to seeing everybody out there. And there's also a few hours left to sign up for the Wealth Wednesdays Real Estate Club Black History Month Challenge. It starts tonight at 7 p.m. and each night this week, our resident expert, Sayem Ibrahim, our partner, will be teaching live classes where you'll learn everything that you need to know about finding the right property, fixing, and flipping. Our team is winning. We just started like a month ago, and some of our members are already in contract and closing. So you can sign up for this week's challenge now. All you have to do is text WEALTH to 689-215-7664. That's WEALTH to 689-215-7664. WealthWednesdaysRealEstateClub.com. Go to the website as well. And of course, you guys, this is your show, so you have the last word.
My secret is, I took my sister's Gucci bag and I went to the club. When I went in the stall to use the bathroom, I had forgot it on the sink. And when I came out, it wasn't there. And she's been asking me for like the past 2 years, have I used it without her knowing? And I had. It got stolen from me.
I want to shine a light on my wife, Aisha. We own the 3D40 ultrasound business in Hiram, Georgia. So we scan the pregnant women for the expectant parents, just so they can see their baby before the baby's born. So I just want to shine a light on Sweet Face Scans. So just wanted to shine a light on my wife, Aisha, and our business, and tell her I love her, and we doing big things, and I'm so proud of her.
It's showtime.
Yeah, I'm about to tear it up. You tapped in and Way Up with Angela Yee.
I want it now, ow.